Here's the news for this evening. Early morning fire on Main Street leaves businessman dead. Davis Memorial Hospital kicks off breastfeeding week. Sofia brawl leaves 1 hospitalized and 3 homes destroyed. City officials begin clearing garbage from waterways as rain threatens. And in the region, recovering from Hurricane Irma, Caribbean islands now brace for Hurricane Maria.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. We begin this evening with tragic news. An early morning fire claimed the life of a beloved elderly businessman. Here are the details. At around 6 a.m. today, the home of Yusuf Sankar was engulfed in flames, reportedly trapping the 70-year-old inside. At the time, a female relative was home with Sankar, but she escaped unscathed. The fire spread rapidly through the old wooden structure. The building sits adjacent to the official residence of the Prime Minister. As such, the residence was evacuated as firefighters doused the home with water to prevent the spread of the fire.
I heard shout, get out, and my ranks from the Prime Minister's security, they informed me either they went in or others went in and brought out some person, a woman, and they said, the woman said that some elderly person is still inside. They tried to run in, but the place had some steel rails, and the heat started very quickly.
According to the Prime Minister, firefighters quickly arrived to the scene to control the situation. They were able to quickly put out the flames, but unfortunately it was too late for Sankar. His body was recovered soon after the blaze was extinguished. The gutted building housed the Rizan's photography and Jared's photocopy shop. The cause of the inferno has yet to be determined. Investigations are ongoing. Heavy rainfall is usually a disaster for city businesses as it brings floodwaters rushing through the streets. To combat this, the mayor and city council have intensified cleanup efforts focusing on the downtown business district. Here's more. This week, City Council has begun an aggressive cleanup campaign around Georgetown with a specific focus on the areas around the central business district. Over the weekend, laborers picked up trash along Regent Street after businesses closed for the evening. This morning, workers from the city could be seen cleaning trenches and vacant lots that many have used as makeshift dumping grounds. The workers declined to speak on camera. Nonetheless, they advised residents and vendors within the city to properly dispose of their trash. As previously reported, the city intends to intensify efforts to keep the city clean with proposed increased fines and a program to name and shame litter bugs. If the proposed bylaws are approved, those caught littering could expect to face fines as early as next month. Guyana Water Incorporated is implementing a Sequest program at the La Bonne Intention pump station on the east coast of Demerara. GWI stated that this will ensure visibly clearer water for residents being served from the pump station. The implementation of Sequest was done at an initial cost of approximately 3.5 million Guyana dollars, with an additional 2.5 million per month being pumped into its upkeep. This process will see customers experiencing some amount of discoloration in their water supply over the next 6 to 8 weeks. Thereafter, residents will see noticeably clearer water flowing from their taps. Sequest is also being used at a number of other pump stations across the coast of Guyana. Coming up after the break, Sofia brawl leaves 1 injured and 3 homes destroyed. And we'll tell you about the benefits of breastfeeding. Stay with us.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey? What's the dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
On Sunday, September 17, 2017, the Central Housing and Planning Authority is inviting residents of Section C, Turkine and Cummins Park, Section C, Cummins Lodge, to a public consultation at the Washbit Tarmac and Cummins Park multipurpose building, respectively. The consultation will address the reformulation of the road network upgrade and expansion program. The project, which will be undertaken through a loan from the Inter-American Development Bank, and entails road upgrades, street lights and sidewalks, upgrades to playgrounds and community buildings, and subsidies for construction of core homes and home improvements. Starting time, 16 hours at both locations.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here once again. It's the clearance mega birthday sale, and it's going to be happening for 2 days. I'm talking on the 23rd and the 24th of September. So come down and enjoy half off store-wide on all dresses, jeans, tops, shoes, accessories, and everything that you need to give you that beautiful sizzling look. And for the fellas, come down and enjoy half off selected dress shirts and jeans, half off all kind of cool shoes and sneakers, plus continuous discounts store-wide. The sale happens for 2 days only on the 23rd and the 24th of September. Come down is the clearance big mega birthday sale, celebrating with style and amazing deals. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. An alleged dispute over a woman resulted in a heated showdown between two men and a group of residents. As a result, a brawl erupted, leaving one hospitalized and 3 homes torched. Esther Sobers reports from Sofia.
The Sofia Bayfield community was in an uproar early Sunday morning as 3 houses were burnt and 1 person is left in a critical condition. According to sources, 29-year-old Alvano Williams, a conductor, was escorting his girlfriend onto the main road in Sofia around 8:30 hours yesterday when he ran into a man identified as Troy. It is believed that there was an ongoing feud between Williams and Troy.
Bad boy attitude is about bad boy attitude, who's bad boy and all of them stupidness. So somebody beat up somebody. I don't know. And like there was a stabbing and a chopping and a joking. So the street they full yesterday.
Williams and Troy then allegedly started to argue about the woman, whom they are both claiming are theirs. The two then approached each other with an exchange of threatening language, resulting in them wielding weapons at each other. Troy then began to stab Williams in his back and to his shoulder with the use of a long iron object, causing him to fall to the ground. Police officers subsequently arrived at the location of the commotion and were forced to fire a shot in an attempt to quell the raging mob which surrounded the two men. After learning what had transpired, a group led by a woman attempted to seek revenge for the harm done to the conductor. They went on a rampage in search of the missing suspect by setting fire to 3 shacks which they believe the suspect may have been seeking refuge. The rampage didn't end there, as the mobsters then reportedly turned their attention to the young man who took the knife away from Williams, claiming that he somehow was involved in withholding information regarding the whereabouts of Troy. Williams is still hospitalized at Georgetown Hospital. George, police investigations are ongoing.
Thanks, Esther. The benefits of breastfeeding for the baby have long been established. However, Director of Nursing at the Davis Memorial Hospital has given a new twist to the derived benefits of breastfeeding. Wendell Jeffrey tells us why breast is the best.
Breastfeeding reduces the likelihood of breast cancer. It also reduces the garbage pileup from discarded products and containers used to supplement breastfeeding.
For the mother, breastfeeding helps prevent breast cancer for the mother. So the recommendation is for women who do have children, breastfeed, because it's going to help prevent breast cancer later. For the society, of course, you don't have the extra cans and bottles and all the things as it relates to the garbage that comes from the content or the containers that have the formula in it. So
that was the Director of Nursing at the Davis Memorial Hospital, Cherise Leach. She was speaking about the benefits of breastfeeding as the hospital launched a series of activities to mark this breastfeeding week.
Breastfeed your children exclusively for the first 6 months of life. The baby doesn't need anything extra, no water, nothing. The breast milk comes ready-made. It doesn't need to be heated. It doesn't need any money to purchase it. And it's actually having the right amount of nutrients for the baby. Healthy families provide healthy communities. Healthy communities turns out to be healthy societies. So the idea is just to mobilize families and get everybody pushed towards exclusive breastfeeding from 0 to 6 months. The benefits of breastfeeding, well, I'll start with the baby. It provides the right amount of nutrients. We tend to buy formula for the children, and the formula doesn't have the right amount of nutrients. It has pus cells in it. It can actually make the baby more sick than it is. If we do a study and we look at babies who are breastfed and those who are not, the ones who are formula fed end up with more eczemas, ear infections, and so on and so forth. But breastfed babies tend to have less of those illnesses.
According to CEO Beverly Chan, Davis Memorial Hospital is the only privately operated hospital in Guyana that is designated as a baby-friendly hospital.
The Davis Memorial Hospital is the only private hospital that was awarded baby-friendly status by PAHO WHO approximately 2 years ago. It was a specific kind of program we had to undertake for over 2 years. This program was monitored by them, evaluated, assessed, and once they were satisfied that we had, our program in keeping what a baby-friendly hospital would entail, then we were awarded this status.
The CEO said one of their main goals is to maintain the hospital's very prestigious status.
Now, it's one thing to have a status and another thing to maintain it. So we are currently ensuring that we maintain our approach to breastfeeding. We promote exclusive breastfeeding for mothers.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Under the theme History of Guyana's Indigenous Peoples, the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs hosted an event to recapture the historic journey of Guyana's first settlers. Once again, here is Wendell Jeffrey.
There is a push to chronicle the history of Guyana using archaeological findings. And the first people, the Amerindians, are the ones with the oldest history. At an event held recently at the Yumanayana, the audience was taken on an interesting historic journey of Guyana's earliest days.
After the British came, the Amerindians kind of got neglected a bit, really, because they no longer needed them as policemen on the plantations.
That was Anna Benjamin, one of Guyana's most noted historians. She was explaining that the Amerindians were used by the Dutch to police the slave plantations. This era was replaced by the Christianizing activities of the British Anglican and Catholic missionaries. This reduced the need for Amerindian police.
And mostly, that is when you get the intense mission activity. The Dutch didn't bother missionizing anybody. They didn't trouble the indigenous people. They could get on with whatever they believed and so on and so forth.
Ms. Benjamin said, with the beginning of mining and other explorative activities, the indigenous people began to be threatened, and that is when the communal settlement was formalized into reservations.
By the time you get to the beginning of the 20th century, and you've got mining starting, you've got wood cutting in there and all those other things, they feel that the indigenous people are under threat. So they create these reservations.
Louisa Aggers, a doctoral student in the field of archaeology and a curator of the Walter Roth Museum, did a presentation on the archaeological history of Guyana. She said that one of the tasks for historians and archaeologists is collecting the findings of Guyana's historical artifacts, then using scientific approaches and tools, seek to find out what really happened in Guyana many years ago.
Most of what was done over the last 150 years in Guyanese archaeology is basically survey. And what we've done is survey and documented a whole lot of sites. Today what we're doing is trying to take all the materials left behind in the archives and what we've collected in the field and apply scientific methods to understanding what really occurred.
An open invitation was extended to residents to visit the Walter Roth Museum and to get a better understanding of Guyana's rich history. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. A routine test drive for one policeman turned fatal on Saturday, September 16th. 37-year-old Elroy Newton died following an accident on the Unity Old Road, East Coast, Demerara. Newton, who was stationed at Transport Workshop Eve Leary, left aboard a police motorcycle on a test drive around 7:30 p.m. He was proceeding in a northern direction along Unity Road without a safety helmet. While he was in the process of negotiating a turn, he lost control of the bike and crashed. He was rushed to the Mycone Cottage Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Don't go away. Still ahead. Hurricane hit Caribbean islands. Prepare for yet another major hurricane. Stay with us. The ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
On Sunday, September 17, 2017, the Central Housing and Planning Authority is inviting residents of Section C, Turkana and Commons Park, Section C, Commons Lodge, to a public consultation at the Wash Bay Tarmac and Commons Park multipurpose building, respectively. The consultation will address the reformulation of the road network upgrade and expansion program. The project, which will be undertaken through a loan from the Inter-American Development Bank, and entails road upgrades, street lights and sidewalks, upgrades to playgrounds in community buildings, and subsidies for construction of core homes and home improvements. Starting time, 16 hours at both locations.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
John Lewis Styles proudly introduces Everest Bags, a complete and affordable line especially suited for back to school. Lunch bags from $3,500, backpacks from $4,500, pulley backpacks from $10,995. Also available are messenger bags, computer bags, waist pouches, duffel bags, gym bags, and even camping bags, all for the same price or less than buying online. And it's already here on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Welcome back. And now for news from the region. After being hit by Hurricane Irma, some Caribbean islands are bracing for another hurricane. Hurricane Maria is expected to strengthen and could pose a major threat. More from ABC.
That new hurricane bearing down on the storm-ravaged Caribbean as residents still reeling from the vicious damage from previous storms scramble for food, clean water, and power. Can they handle another major hurricane? ABC's David Wright reports from hard-hit St. Martin.
Tonight, the Caribbean is bracing for its second major hurricane in 2 weeks. For some islands, an unprecedented blow.
I mean, wow, look at this.
On St. Martin, we saw firsthand the devastation that Irma caused.
These are sizable yachts, and yet to the storm, they might as well have been tinker toys. On this dock alone, millions of dollars in damage.
So this is a $10 million boat?
Yeah.
And the insurance won't cover it?
No cover it.
Many on the island have no power, no clean water, and no gas for the generators. Relief supplies are getting in.
Strong man.
Thank you, ma'am. But the demand is huge. The idea of facing another hurricane with no roof overhead, that's not very enticing. Jeffrey Sokrin is an American we met who lives on St. Martin. We caught up with him by phone again today.
Any type of rain, any type of wind that we have as a result of Maria will devastate those that are already devastated further.
The exodus that began on these islands after Irma has now kicked into overdrive. But for many, it's too late. On St. Croix, Ashley Buzianis and her family are getting out.
Just in that hour after we booked our flights, the remainder of the flights before Wednesday sold out. So there's literally nothing left as of last night.
For the thousands who can't flee,
but we're gonna make it through, man. We're strong people. So one day we must rise again.
This tropical paradise is becoming a living hell. David Wright, ABC News, St. Martin.
And internationally, Syrian media claims at least 12 civilians were killed by a U.S.-led coalition airstrike. Here is the report from RT.
That new hurricane bearing down on the storm-ravaged Caribbean as residents still reeling from the vicious damage from previous storms scramble for food, clean water, and power. Can they handle another major hurricane? ABC's David Wright reports from hard-hit St. Martin.
Tonight, the Caribbean is bracing for its second major hurricane in 2 weeks. For some islands, an unprecedented blow.
I mean, wow, look at this.
On St. Martin, we saw firsthand the devastation that Irma caused.
Sizable yachts, and yet to the storm, they might as well have been tinker toys. On this dock alone, millions of dollars in damage.
So this is a $10 million boat?
Yeah.
And the insurance won't cover it?
No cover it.
Many on the island have no power, no clean water, and no gas for the generators. Relief supplies are getting in.
Strong man.
Thank you, ma'am. But the demand is huge. The idea of facing another hurricane with no roof overhead, that's not very enticing. Jeffrey Sokrin is an American we met who lives on St. Martin. We caught up with him by phone again today.
Any type of rain, any type of wind that we have as a result of Maria will devastate those that are already devastated further.
The exodus that began on these islands after Irma has now kicked into overdrive. But for many, it's too late. On St. Croix, Ashley Buzianis and her family are getting out.
Just in that hour after we booked our flight, the remainder of the flights before Wednesday sold out. So there's literally nothing left as of last night.
For the thousands who can't flee,
but we're going to make it through, man. We're strong people. So one day we must rise again.
This tropical paradise is becoming a living hell. David Wright, ABC News, St. Martin.
And now for the weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Monday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and ch2headlinenews.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.